Hi, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your May 1st to the 15th, 2024 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously. It means the world to me. So, thank you so very much for doing so. It gets this channel seen by the YouTube algorithm, and you guys are amazing. So, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And spirit guides, angels, and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. All right, fantastic. So let's see here. We are crowned with the Three of Wands. New opportunities are going to be coming our way, and that's going to be really good. This is going to be like a carpe diem type of time. Seize the day, move forward, go after what it is that you want. There's been enough of waiting on the sidelines, or thinking, oh well, maybe tomorrow, or having distractions come in. It's going to be really important for us during this time here, Gemini, to go after what we want and to see the bigger picture of who we are, where we're going, what we desire in our lives. It moves us then to the Six of Cups reversed. Now, this is us going to be a little bit caught up in our past, so do be mindful about that. There is a sense here of the past coming forward, and it can come forward in the most beautiful way, right? But with the Six of Cups reversed, it's coming forward and it's making us think, oh, well, you remember when you messed up once upon a time, that can happen again. Remember when that went wrong or that went wrong, and we can start to have a bit of anxiety, a bit of doubt. So just be mindful about that when you have those intrusive thoughts coming into your body, into your soul, into yourself. Stepping back and saying, you know what? Not the same person I was. I'm stronger. I have lived more. I'm wiser. And it moves us then to the Two of Cups, which is that's the minor arcana Gemini card, right? That's the minor arcana lovers card. So this is us coming through in the minor arcana, but this is healing beautiful love. This is us connecting with the duality of being a Gemini. This is us connecting with ourselves, with what we love, with what we desire, with how we're moving forward on this earth. But there is also a lot of healing going on during this time. So show yourself grace, slow it down, let yourself heal. You might not think that there's anything you need to heal from. You might be like, Dean, we have to go, we have to go, we have to do more, do more. And Spirit's like, that's great, but slow it down and heal. That's going to be really important. Then you can jump on the bandwagon of I need to do more, because we're going to have a tendency during this time, right? Spirit just said we're going to do more. And then we have the Four of Swords reversed, where we're going to have a tendency to push ourselves a little bit too hard, to burn the candle at both ends, to not sleep, to kind of always feel a little bit tense, a little bit like, I'm pushing it, I'm going after, very, very much a hustle, type of culture, of identity, of sense of, oh, this is where I want to be type of thing. So I just have to keep on pushing, instead of stepping back and saying, there's beauty here that I need to be taking in. I'm missing the now and pushing towards the future. So being aware of that, it's not saying, oh, I'm just going to live in la la land type of thing, but it is very much saying here, beware, you have your armor on. There's rest, right? There's rest when you sleep, but there's not fully a rest all the time. So when you sleep, there's still a tenseness. You can have your shoulders, tense. You can have your wrists tense when you wake up. You could be grinding your teeth. So just be mindful about this. And there's also an awakening that needs to happen, that we need to let go of the past, because somebody in our past told us we couldn't XYZ. And so we took a dream, we took a part of ourselves, and we kind of pushed it down. And Spirit is saying here, as long as you come from a place of love, of respect, of kindness, of grace, let yourself shine forward. That is very, very, very important. It moves us to the Emperor. Now, the Emperor, it's interesting. We have the repeat of the number 4. So we're having a bit of difficulty with our foundation of things. So do be mindful about that. The Emperor reversed is, well, this is Aries energy time frame, is March 21st to April 19th. There could have been a difficulty in that time frame, but there is also a sense, I'm just hearing negative father figure. So just be mindful about that during this time, where you could have a negative father figure, or somebody who very much wants to be in control of a situation, who wants to kind of like take over things. And it's like, no, this isn't your place. This is my place. Stop it. So do be aware of that during this time. You can also have somebody, an Aries energy. And if you have an Aries who is younger, all right, who is teaching you to be a little bit pushy, a little bit pushy, a little bit. I want to say this person can be a little bit of a bully. Like if you let them, their tyrannical, way of moving things forward would they would just be so happy, right? But a little kid can't rule everything. So here, just be mindful about this, or everybody needs guidelines and and barriers. So just be aware of this boundaries. That's it. Also know ourselves, we can be a bit tyrannical. Now, it could be with others or it could be with ourselves, that we're not cutting ourselves any slack. So do be aware of this during this time, that it could be like, nope, you have to get this done. You have to do just like this. You have to be just like this. And we can seep all the joy out of life. And Gemini, some people, some signs can do really well with being really strict, really, militaristic, really, fierce. We're not one of them. We're just not. So showing ourselves gentleness and saying, okay, that could work for some people, but it's not working for me. And showing ourselves grace with that realization and that knowledge is going to be very important. The Three of Swords reverse, we're releasing a heartbreak, a pain, a disappointment. And this could be around a tyrannical father figure. This could be around a tyrannical, boyfriend, husband, partner who was just very overbearing, very demanding. So just be aware of that during this time. With the Three of Swords reverse, we're releasing heartbreak, pain, and disappointment. It brings us to the World. Now, the World is reverse, and I've been seeing this a lot during this time, so do be aware of this. This isn't uncommon. Many people are going to be feeling stuck or feeling like, okay, the tides had changed, but that's not the way I wanted the tides to change. So during this time, we could be dealing with a bit of frustration, because we can see here with the Three of Wands that the doors are opening up. I'm moving forward. Things are coming in, things are going out. But here, it's not necessarily how we had envisioned it or how we had thought of it. So do be mindful about that. We have the Ace of Wands. This is fire. This is passion. This is creativity coming forward. Now, are we fully taking this gift? We could say with Aries energy reverse that we're taking it, but it's on pause. But we also don't have a court card of the fire signs unless we look at our subconscious energy. That might change the game. So do be aware of that. But with the Ace of Wands, there is fire, there is passion, there's determination. This is a gift from God, source, spirit, however you see the divine, the universe leading us forward. And this is going to be a time where we're taking back our passion. We're taking back our fire. We're stepping into ourselves, just as we're getting very close to stepping into the Gemini timeframe. And the Gemini timeframe, I found that for whatever sign we're going into, so a Gemini going into a Gemini timeframe, it's a little bit more intense. Things are a little bit more revved up. It's kind of like in the Chinese zodiac when you're in, we're in the year of the dragon, right? So if you're a dragon, this is going to be a more intense year, whether it is something where people would say, oh, wow, I can't believe that happened. That's super intense. Or whether it's just an internal struggle, it really doesn't matter. It's going to have that intensity for you. So do be aware of this during this time. So let's see what Spirit has to say. And if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a flower in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random, and a video will be announcing the winner on Sunday. So hit the bell notification so you can be notified when that video is uploaded. So let's see here. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Here we have clarity reversed. We have a lot of questions, and we can actually find a lot of beauty from those questions, or we can find meditative practices that move us forward with these questions. But just being aware that not everything is going to be as clear as we want it to be. Clarity is reversed. Now, our chakra energy is angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Oh, and show me clearly. Flexibility reversed. So this is the sacral chakra. And why I laugh is you can be feeling your body is a bit stiff. You can be questioning, how you're letting beauty come into your life and letting beauty be a part of your life. So just be very mindful about this during this time. We can feel stuck. We can feel like there's something more we're supposed to be knowing, something more we're supposed to be seeing, but we can feel very overwhelmed and we can feel a bit stuck. So just be mindful about this. This is the sacral chakra, all right? This is where our sensual energy is held, our creative energy is held, and our kind of like life essence, that va-va-voom to life, that's the sacral chakra. So here with a blockage of the sacral chakra, especially for an individual as a Gemini that is so curious and so in tune with the movement of the body, this is going to be very important to look at this blockage and to release it. So just know that you have a blockage in your sacral chakra during this time. Visualize the color orange, kind of like flowing through your body, or just, visualize where your sacral chakra is, kind of like a bit above your tailbone. And yeah, look it up, because I'm blanking right now of exactly where it is. So that's a bit funny. But you're going to see here that there is there's like lower back pain, or there's something that's going on that's an obstruction in the sacral chakra area. So being mindful about this is going to be very important. And you can also find that your flexibility of body is not where you want it to be. So also working on that is going to be a very important, very beautiful thing. Let's see what we need to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Here we have Freyal. Now that's funny. So this is our sister sign. Sagittarius is the sister sign to Gemini. And so here we need to be mindful of Sagittarius energy, yes, but we also need to be mindful of things being out of harmony, or wanting things to be so harmonious that it's actually unattainable, right? Everybody has to be happy. Everybody has to be peaceful. Everybody has to be this. And you're always going to have a person who's a little bit displeased. If you're lucky, they're just, they can all be happy, but somebody's going to be a little bit, cranky or displeased or whatever. And this is going to be a time where we need to look at our balance and say, the only person I'm in control of is me. If somebody wants to have a bad day, they can have a bad day. That's not on me. So again, as long as you come to this world and come to each day with love and kindness and respect and grace, you are going to find that your world opens up. And, it's not going to be perfect all the time. It never is. This is life, but it is powerful. Now here with the 3 of Wands, this is a great time to, go out there, to, start something new, a new project, a new idea. You can take a hobby, make it into a business kind of thing. If you want to keep your hobby, something calm and sacred to you, keep it as such. We're so, we don't have to monetize everything. So just be aware of that during this time. We are going to start to see the ships come in, ships come out in a way that starts to promote our confidence, starts to promote, oh, I can do this. Oh, I can move forward this way. Oh, I got this. And that's going to be a very big deal for us. And that is a very big deal for us. This can be with work, this can be with hobbies, but it is something that it starts to build confidence within us. It starts to move us forward. Now, the past is going to come into play, and we have to be very mindful that we can be trying to outrun somebody who was very overbearing and rather scary to us when we were little. And we can have the sense of, I'm never going to measure up. They're never going to be proud of me. They're never going to see me. And it doesn't matter how this relationship, this power dynamic played out in your life, whether it was a father figure, whether it was a partner, whether it was, a boss at work. It really doesn't matter. What matters is that it's kind of leering its ugly head and making us doubt ourselves. We're embracing a healing, and we need to embrace a healing during this time. That coming together of us, that blossoming of us, that seeing of us, and the duality that is Gemini. We're going to be a contradiction. If we're in our negative state, right, we can get rather snippy, rather, two-faced with things, so just be mindful about that, keeping ourselves balanced, keeping ourselves stabilized, looking at ourselves and saying, this is the way I need to move forward. For me, you need to rest. If you can have the next 15 days be kind of wrapped around, I need to rest. I need to, not like I'm going to take the next 15 days off, but I'm going to make sure I go to sleep at the same time, or I'm going to do things that help me wind down. Even if we haven't gotten to that time of, okay, I can go to sleep at the same time, I'm going to do things that unburden me. That is going to be so important, because if we can do things that start to de-stress us, that start to unburden us, we can start to see ourselves open up doors, open up new ideas. It's like, oh, I can breathe now. And there is going to be a part of us that can be rather tyrannical. We want to go further. We want to push ourselves harder. We might not be seeing the growth that we want, right? And definitely with the Wheel of Fortune, there's a real sense of, I'm not seeing the growth that I want. So we're going to think, if I push harder, if I demand more of myself, I will get there. No, I have to let go of heartbreaks and pains and disappointments, and not say to myself somewhere in the back of my mind, wow, I'm going through that hard time again. Remember when you lost everything? Remember when the struggle was really, 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 really intense? Remember when you thought you couldn't make it? Well, you're here again. That's not true. That is not true. But in the back of your head, there is something here that's saying, oh my gosh, the sky is falling. We're chicken littling it. So don't do that to yourself. Be very, very, very mindful of releasing heartbreak, releasing pain, releasing disappointment, and taking it slow. There is nothing wrong with taking it slow. A kid doesn't stand up and start running, right? They have to learn how to walk, and it's funny, they weeble wobble and they fall down, and then they finally get it. And it takes everybody gets it at different times. So we might be looking at ourselves and comparing ourselves to others and being like, well, they're, achieving and succeeding. Yeah, that's what they want you to see. But you don't see the stress behind it. You don't see the intensity behind it. So do be mindful about this. We're going to be looking at other people as well, judging ourselves and saying, why aren't I there yet? So step back, step into you, be kind to yourself, go slow, rest. Releasing heartbreak and pain and disappointment is a huge vindication. It's huge, and we don't see it. We're like, oh, well, I shouldn't have been carrying around that fear or that doubt, or that was silly, or that was, naive of me. No, it was trauma and it was pain. And whether somebody else would agree with you or not, or say, oh, well, you should have gotten over that way before, it's not their story, it's your story. So here, we're going to be finding that we've gone through a difficult time with the Wheel of Fortune. We have gone through a difficult time, and we're still going to find that we're stepping out of a time period where things didn't go exactly as we had imagined. And that is okay, because now we have new ideas, we have new passion, we have new fire, we have new determination moving us forward. And there's a real sense of a light in the darkness guiding us. And there's a real sense of, oh, I lost me along the way, as we tend to do as human beings. So losing yourself for a moment is not a bad thing. And the best stories, remember, the best stories, the best movies, the main character isn't perfect, and the people around them aren't perfect. And so we need to show ourselves that same grace. Our subconscious spirit message is tranquility. We want peace. We want harmony. But remember, we can't have peace and harmony for everyone and everything. It's just going to drive us batty, So do be mindful about that. But we need that tranquility. We need that peace. It brings us to our subconscious chakra message, which is visualization. There we go. So we say visibility, but that's not right. Visualization is the third eye chakra. Our third eye is opening. We are also going through a time of awakening, which is also what the Wheel of Fortune reversed means. We're going through a time of awakening, and awakening is never easy. It is never easy. It is painful. It is intense. It is overwhelming. We can say our world is going through a time of awakening as well. And we see what's going on there. It's like, holy moly. So just be aware of this during this time with visualization, with the third eye opening. What you visualize, for better or for worse, especially if you have Taurus in your chart or you're born on the cusp with Taurus, all right, comes through very, very, very powerfully. Okay, Gemini, you are also a very good visualizer. Geminis, Tauruses, Scorpios, Sagittariuses, very, very, very good visualizers. Those are just off the top of my head. So here, embracing your visualization, embracing seeing what it is that you want, and also taking it slow. Like saying, okay, I'm going to visualize this. It doesn't mean it's going to happen tomorrow. And then if it doesn't happen tomorrow, that's it. I'm done. I'm out. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself. This is a time where we need to embrace what we want, calm it down, embrace tranquility, and slowly and gracefully move forward in our heart, in our passion, and in ourselves. It moves us then to, the Princess of Pentacles, reverse, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Now, we are being an unwilling student of our finances and what we value as much as money during this time. This is a time where it's kind of like our feet have been put up to the coals, and we've been seeing, okay, what's really important to me? What's really sacred to me? What is it that I really desire? And that is a very powerful thing. You can also have somebody here very young with money. They might not be young, so just know that it's an energy around them, very young with money, that is a bit hard, is a bit hard to kind of rein in. So do be mindful about that. It's almost like, well, I just want to buy it, so I'm going to. And it's like, well, wait, calm it down, step it back. That can also be us. We can go through something scary. We can go through something, intense, and we'll be like, well, I just want to buy it, so I am. So just be mindful here as well. We can have a bit of difficulty also with listening to our inner child and seeing ourselves as being prosperous, because there's a sense of we may have struggled when we were younger, right? Most of us have been through struggles, or we might have had a great childhood where everything was easy, like we didn't know any struggles were there, or yeah, we didn't know any struggles were there. And we're thinking, how do I replicate that? And we're fearing and we're fretting. So it depends on our life experience. We can fear and fret that we'll fall back into all old patterns, or we'll feel and we'll fret that we will never get to the place that we want to be. So do be mindful about this during this time. And our subconscious tarot message, oh, I love it, is the 9 of Cups. And the 9 of Cups is a wish come true. It's like honey melting on your lips. It's sweetness that gets to be savored, that gets to come into your life. And there's a real sense of, I'm sharing this with others. I'm sharing this with myself. I'm letting myself savor the beauty and the brilliance that is my life. And I'm also building and growing and having an industriousness. It's kind of like the bee here, right? That's just buzzing away, doing its job, creating honey and beauty and just brilliance. So for us, we are working very hard, and we need to cherish our wins. Not say, oh, well, that was expected. Now it's time to move on to the next thing. Cherish your wins. Cherish the little things that fall into place, because it helps bring the bigger things forward. All right. All right, Gemini. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. And please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Gemini. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.